When I was a smaller child, a more teenage individual 4 years ago, I'm 23 right now, so when I was around 18 to 19 years old, I didn't really know where to go, what to do, who to be. And chances are you might be in the same position right now. And what I've learned over the past 4 years, of course, like if you've been following the channel for a while, you might know that I've started my own business. I've started helping people, helping clients, helping other businesses increase their number of clients, all that sort of stuff, and helping them develop online assets better. But that's not what we're here to talk about. What we're here to talk about is the lessons that I've gathered on the journey so that you can understand what actions you need to take in order to become somebody worth respecting, somebody that is greater than the person you are today. So, what is the number one thing that has allowed me, and that with a bit of perspective, zooming out a little bit, I understand now, was actually the critical thing that was the most important part as to my development as an individual. And that was clarity on where I was going and what I wanted to do and who I wanted to be only came after I put in a lot of effort, a lot of action, a lot of energy, doing things every single day. For the past 4 years, I've learned how to master my own schedule, how to master just discipline it out, basically. Become a very disciplined individual in order to take control of my time and put in more actions towards developing my future life. And the only time that I remember, and this applies to literally everything, I never really dated anybody before I turned 18, I don't think. Zero actually. And funnily enough, the more I went through the process of approaching a woman, telling her, "Oh, you're beautiful, da da da, give me your Instagram," and then just doing that, or like, "Give me your number," do that over and over and over again, I noticed that by doing that, clarity, everything was becoming clearer and clearer. I was listening to this guy at some point, and he's got a very good channel for men that want to date women and understanding how women think. And this is very interesting because it allowed me to, when I was learning this, to apply it into real time. And so what I ended up doing was watching a couple of videos, then going out there, testing it, going on dates, doing the thing, whatever. And through actually putting in the actions and not just looking at the theory side of things, I managed to get my first good-ish relationship. All the other ones were not really that interesting, let's be honest. And realized that shit, my standards are actually way higher than I thought. And so it helped me clear things up and really define who I wanted to be, what kind of partner I wanted, what kind of lifestyle I wanted, and link that into my everything in my life, like business, career, like what I'm doing for work, basically, you could say. So now, if we apply this to my professional side of work or making money, basically, I created my own business from scratch. Didn't know what the fuck I was doing at first, and basically I was just like a blind man stumbling through the dark, and just figuring it out like as I go, just fucking boom, 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 just touching the walls, just fucking doing stuff and telling people, hey, I've been doing this. Is this a good idea? I've been taking a couple of steps forward, then one step back, a couple of steps forward, one step back. Is that a good strategy, or should I take another one? And then from there, from doing more and more and more and more actions every single day and compounding that over the last 4 years, I've went from being so fucking shit at business that nobody wanted to pay me, and I had to offer my services for free to get like a testimonial and some experience, to now getting paid thousands of dollars per client every single month and getting shit done, knowing what the fuck I'm talking about, knowing exactly, okay, these are the types of people we're talking to, this is the type of business we're working with, and this is the one thing we need to do in order to get more clients in the business, to get more money for this person. That's what I've learned over the past 4 years, basically. And I don't think I would have been able to do anything that I'm able to do today if I hadn't just figured it out. I just, you know what? It's like you could probably piece this together yourself. If you've ever played a video game before, chances are you were at some point, you'd never played a fucking video game before. You started playing video game and then you started like just stumbling through it, just fucking fucking it up, failing, dying, retrying, dying, retry, whatever. And you stumbled through the dark, as like this metaphor. And at some point you start figuring out the game. A couple 100 hours in, a couple 1,000 hours in, you're actually pretty fucking good at it. Well, the same thing applies to literally everything. Applies to dating, applies to relationships, applies to friendships, applies to social interactions, applies to business, applies to work, careers, student life, learning things. Everything is the same, okay? The loop goes, don't know what the fuck I'm doing, learn, fail, try again. Don't know what the fuck I'm doing, learn, fail, try again. And you just go through this fucking loop over and over and over again until you switch onto the next loop, which is figured it out. Okay, get better, refine. Okay, understand, get better, refine. Understand, get better, refine. It's fucking boom, boom, boom. And you move away from the fucking starting area and you move into the professional area, which is where you want to be. So, what did I do? What is that one thing that sets you apart from everybody else, that allows you to do this? Very simply, everything needs to align in your mind. That's it. What the fuck do I mean by this? Basile, what the fuck are you talking about? It's not in your head. What are you talking about? Are you schizophrenic? So, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the fact that when you start, you have a set amount of cards. Let's say you have 5 cards in your hand. You've got your environment, the people around you, the stuff you have, the obligations you have, the duties that you have, and then the things that you need to do in order to survive. Those are like the 5 most things that most people have, right? And so you need to use those 5 things to your advantage. Okay, if I don't have a job, I don't study, I don't go to school, I have 100% control of my time, what can I do to become more disciplined so I can use my time, like all of it, as much as possible to my advantage in order to succeed faster? Very simply, I schedule out the day. I go on Google Calendar every single evening and I schedule out the next day. Okay, what am I gonna do? When am I gonna wake up? When am I gonna eat food? When am I going to go to the gym? When am I going to work? When am I going to go outside to talk to people? When am I going to sit down at a coffee shop to work outside? When am I going to, whatever the fuck you want to do. List everything out and then put it on fucking Google Calendar and fucking stick to it for like 4 years. That's what I've done. It's not that fucking hard. And some days you might be like, oh, I really don't want to do it. Shut the fuck up, bro. You do it anyway. You do it anyway, or else your future version is gonna regret the fact that you didn't fucking do it. I have not missed a single fucking day in 4 fucking years. I can't fucking remember a single day I've missed. And you know why? Because I know that my future version is built upon the foundations that I'm creating right now. And if I want my future version to do better, to be able to have better opportunities, to do it, to harvest them and to take advantage of them, to make more money, to help the people we love, to take care of our family, take care of our loved ones, then in that case, I need to help him with a solid enough foundation so that he can achieve what I want to achieve right this moment. That's what I'm talking about. And so, yes, you need to take control of your time. And I talk about this many times in these videos because that is the root cause, like the foundational block that is going to help you achieve. Take control of your time. Schedule it out, block it out, create like checklists, a bunch of things that you need to do, to chuck it on a piece of paper so that way you fucking remember. Or your fucking phone's iPhone notes app or whatever the fuck phone you use, I don't care. Just make sure it's written down and you can use it and you can fucking take actions. This is the most important part. So action taking will always resolve most problems. This is what you need to remember. If actions solve everything, then in that case, taking more action is better than not fucking doing anything. Your time should be divided between 70 to 80% action, 10% reflection, and then 10% to spend time with your loved ones or have a good time with someone you like. That's how your time should be fucking divided. If you're super driven, super ambitious, and super hungry to do more, to do better, that's what you need to do. 80%, like 70 to 80% of my time is invested into developing my skills, creating content for this channel, improving the quality of the content, improving myself when I'm talking to the camera, improving myself when I'm talking to business owners, doing business with them, helping them scale their own business, grow it, get more clients in. Everything is the same. I take actions and then I reflect, okay, how can I do it better? Okay, take another action, okay, how can I do it better? Okay, take another action, how can I do it better? And I just go through this a fucking million, billion, trillion times, and then I win better than everybody else. I'll give you a bit of a story, it's funny. The gym I go to, the staff have created this small challenge that goes on every single month. And every single time they do it like a different challenge. But basically there's a scoreboard. And every single time, without fail, for the past 3 months, I've won the challenge. Not because I'm competing with anybody else, but because I'm competing with myself to do better. And every single time I go through this system in my head, OODA loop, fucking, okay, analyze what we've done, observe it, okay, how can we do it better, take action, decide, boom, fucking easy. Just go through this loop a million, trillion, billion times, and you'll find out that you actually learn more as a man practicing and being practical and doing things. Like, you're never gonna get good at cutting wood with an axe without actually cutting the wood. It's pretty fucking self-explanatory. Like, you're not gonna get good at using a computer if you don't use a computer. If you don't fucking iron your shirts, you don't fucking know how to do it. It's pretty fucking easy when you actually think about it, by just doing things more often. There's no fucking secret. There's no cure. There's no solution. Miracle fucking problem solving ability. You just have to do your best with what you have. And you have to do more. Do more. Do better. Do more. Do better. That's the message for today. So, If we summarize, you need to take control of your schedule, you need to take control of your time, you need to take control of your assets, and you need to take control of your environment first and foremost. Once you have that, you're going to be able to take more actions on the things that matter. Take my life, for example. If I didn't clean my apartment, I would feel like shit all the time and I wouldn't feel like working. If I didn't do the dishes, if I didn't clean the shower, if I didn't take a shower, if I didn't dress up properly, if I didn't have a computer, if I didn't do all these things, none of what I'm doing today would have fucking happened. None of it. If I just didn't do any actions and I just mentally masturbated, it just thought out everything. It's like, oh, I've got this genius plan. But if you don't take action, there's no fucking point in thinking about it. Just think about it, do it, reflect on it, do better, reflect on it, do better, reflect on it, do better, do more, do more, do more, do more, do more. It's no fucking secret, bro. I remember when I started 4 years ago, I was like, okay, there must be like a secret, there must be like a solution, there must be like something I'm missing. No. The one thing you're missing is more fucking actions, more exposure, more volume, more things to do. I'll give you the most stupid example. For me, if I want to work with a business, I need to convince them or persuade them that I'm a good, trusted individual, so that way they trust me and pay me money so that I can help them in exchange. So if that's the case, then I need to talk to at least one person, okay? But what if that person says no? Okay, well, 2 people. What if those 2 people say no? Okay, well, fucking 4 people. Okay, what if they all say no? Okay, what about 50 people? What about 100 people? Maybe one guy out of 100 people will say, okay, let's do it. Okay, well, in that case, I need to talk to 1,000 people, so that way I get 10 people. You see what I'm doing here? It's about taking action. Boom, boom, boom. Taking action will result in a much better amount of clarity for you, not only in what you can do, your own abilities, but also what you have at your disposal right now. Sometimes you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You do it and then you're like, it's all clear now. I'm sure you've already had this moment at least once in your life, but the whole point of me making these videos, alright? Me making these videos is for you watching the video to do better. So if you're listening to this right now, you need to take action. This is the checklist for you for today. Figure out what you have at your disposal. Make a list of stuff. Make a list of who are the people you're talking to right now? Who are the people in your network? What are the things you have at your disposal? Do you have a computer? Do you have a phone? Do you have a fucking, I don't know, green screen? Do you have a setup? What the fuck do you have? Do you have a camera? Everything else. Just fucking use that. Next thing is, how much time do you have? Okay. Do I go to work? Do I go to school? How much? What the fuck does my schedule look like? Chuck everything into Google Calendar. Chuck everything. If you're going to school from fucking 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., chuck that into Google Calendar, so that way, how many hours do you have left to use at your disposal? Do the math. If you go to school, get back from work or school, and then find out that you actually have 3 or 4 hours to do whatever the fuck you want. When in that case, you need to invest those hours because that's the only time you fucking have, alright? Do more, do it every day, and those 3 things, very simply, if you do more action on those, you will be fucking amazed at the clarity that just comes to you by just doing more. If you fuck something up, figure out why. That is the most important part. And with that said, thank you guys so much for watching. I record videos every single day, so if this is the kind of content that you want to watch, I would really like it if you like, comment, subscribe. Just tell me what you think about it. And yeah, just follow along for the ride. And just seeing an extra couple of followers, couple I guess subscribers is the better word, as warms my heart. So it's a beautiful day. Time to get back to work, and I will see you in the next one. See ya.